episode 82. Hello, my name is Elizabeth. I'm Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Yes, we've been doing the devil take over here. We cannot waste any type of energy. And I also decided to upload a lot of my podcasts to my YouTube channel because, as you already know, or you should know, I like to pull cards to actually get some clarification on energy, especially with the current energies that I feel that needs to be discussed. And visuals, I'm a visual learner, so I opted to say, why not show the cards that I'm pulling as well? But today, my friends, there will be no card pulling. We will be getting into this astrology, though. Yes, I know I fell off. Yes, I'm taking full responsibility. I used to do a weekly, oh my God, a weekly energy forecast for you guys and on my YouTube channel. And I decided to do a monthly forecast. I have done a couple, but I don't know, I just haven't been in this space, guys, to actually be pulling these charts in terms of the current events. But today is different. Today we're going to be discussing some things that I noticed, some trends that I noticed with the astrology. But before I jump into that, do like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell for the ones that's looking on and listening to me on YouTube, and also on my podcast, my podcast fam. Okay, let me tell you, head on over, support your girl, love your girl. You already know the vibes. Guys, I kind of feel kind of stiff, so I'm gonna be very candid. I feel kind of stiff speaking to you guys on this podcast. I know I have been current with my episodes, but it's just energy is so different. I'm used to recording outside. I'm used to looking at more greenery than I have right now. Right now it's December 2nd. Shout out to my Christmas babies. Shout out to everybody that was born in December. Regardless of what you observe in, if you follow religion or you just spiritual, I personally am on a spiritual path, a magical path that is, as well. And I'm just here for all the good vibes. I really believe, guys, that taking time out to reserve for yourself, and that's what I want to talk about in terms, I'm not making no excuses, but in terms of pulling the charts for the month ahead, like I said I would. And here's the thing, life really, I saw a meme and it says, I might be botching it up, but what she said, I'm not saying that I'm getting beat down by life, but that bitch got hands. That bitch got hands. Life has hands, okay? And sometimes those hands, you do get caught out there. And I am just in such a healing journey, guys. I have been on this journey for a very long time, but I am not trying to front on any single thing in my life to the best of my ability. Now, sometimes you don't realize you've been fronting and you just didn't take time to learn certain things. But right now, I did share in I believe maybe episode 80. And can we hold space for that? Like, we want 80 episodes. Well, actually we want 82. But the fact that we have passed 50 is a big milestone for me. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. I'm getting I don't want to get choked up. Each and every one of you. Shout out to the podcast crew. We are moving up in numbers, guys. Like, I'm working at looking at my stats, and I was just blown away because you know what? I learned a long time ago, don't ride it like that. Just keep showing up, doing the best that you can, and every now check in and look at those numbers. And I'm pleased to say that those numbers are growing. So let's just keep it up as well. I'm so excited and so humbled about that. And with it being in December, we're going to get into these motherfucking retrogrades because I'm actually on a healing financial journey for myself. I did disclose that previously in a previous episode, I believe, that I am on a path of really tightening up, or maybe I didn't specify, but definitely financial journey is a big thing for me. Financial, I should say, my financial education. I really believe that a lot of us are not financially educated. I know I wasn't, and yes, thank God I had the ability to pay my bills. I'm blessed to pay my bills. You know, get shit done in a timely fashion, keep the lights on, you know what I'm saying? Keep the oven hot, right? But it's so much more. Like those are key components to life, period. But in terms of our financial future, in terms of our spiritual growth as well, these things could really keep you up at night. And I know it did for me. And last year was a big eye opener for me in terms of where I was in my life and how much more I can be doing to educate myself. So that's the journey we on, and I'm loving it. I am doing, it's so funny because not so long ago, before I decided, and obviously, how that happens. When you decide, things tend to change in your life. If you want to make big changes, guys, you have to be willing to change your perspective. And it's so funny how we just ran into that, because that is the word for this particular podcast, which is, it's all in, words, but perspective is definitely the word. And before I get into discussing certain things in this astrology charts, in the charts that I see for this week and for this week and a couple of weeks ahead as well, perspective is definitely a major component. I realize, even for me, whenever I change my perspective, the very thing that I thought was like such a big deal, I really was making it more than it was. A lot of times fear is the reason why we tend to pull back, or we want to run away from something. But I say, head on, move forward, right? Move forward, dive in deep, bitch. Get in, dig in, because we are here to what? We are here to win. We are here to grow. We are here to prosper. And I believe that the Creator, when we chose to be in these bodies, yes, guys, we chose to be in these bodies, okay? And with everything that comes with it, we came here to win. But there's so many things that a lot of times doesn't meet the eye, because we have many eyes, okay? I'm leave that right there. Things can get in the way of our particular vision and the visions that we have for our lives. And I definitely want to take the time out to say, once again, do something kind for somebody, guys. Like, you know what? It doesn't take much. And it's not like I'm like coming over here preaching to you guys. But when you learn to change your perspective and see the bigger picture that is way bigger than yourself, you tend to be more compassionate towards others as well. We are all hurting. We're all in the same positions. It's just numbers, maybe positions different in people, okay, bank accounts, age range, life, and so forth, and et cetera, right? But at the end of the day, the key components: love, hurt, fear, anger. What else I'm leaving out? Love. We got love, hurt, fear, anger, hunger, confusion, all type of things that get in that tends to mix up with love and happiness and sad and sorrow. They all have their different components. But realizing that we all taste those bitter and sweet components when you start to understand, like, I'm not saying that you're supposed to be knocking around life like everything is all fucking good all the time, because it's not, as much as we want to believe that, right? But then it is. But because you woke up today and you had the ability to have a second chance in life, have your hands in certain things. I'm 48 years old, and how I think now is totally different from when I was 38. Bitch, when I was 28, when I was a young bunny. Okay, but anyway, guys, I just want to put that little spice on there too. So let's get into why and what I seen in my when I looked into the charts for the month of December. Number one, I definitely see a lot of room for spiritual healing and a lot of room for spiritual growth. And one of the reasons why I say that is because the true node is actually in Gemini and is going in retrograde, if I'm not mistaken. I'm saying Thursday, Friday, this Friday the 3rd, okay, is going to be in retrograde, and then it will be going direct when on the 10th, Friday again. Okay, and that is Friday is the day of Venus, and I'm going to get into my beautiful planet as well, beautiful goddess Venus, right? This energy, the true north being in Gemini, and it's going to be going in retrograde tomorrow. And it's and also the new moon is going to be what was it? It was Saturday. Saturday is going to be the new moon, which is the 4th, right? It's a lot of things that go in within the dark. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of things that we can take the time out in our private corners to really heal and grow. I truly believe. And one of the reasons why I say that is because when you allow yourself to go in the dark, to fall and to surrender in a space where you cannot see, where you don't know, but you trust. See, trusting is one of the key ingredients in allowing you to change your perspective. When you start to put yourself, and when you position yourself in a manner of trust, understanding, love, perseverance come from that. And it just allows you to stay the course because you trust. And when you trust, you automatically open your mind to change. Your mind opens to seeing things in a different way, right? I did say that I am on a financial healing journey because your girl got, excuse me, big and great blessings that I'm working for. And I'm really serious about. You know, I am so blessed to be in a position that I am in currently. And that I truly believe is because I stayed the course. I was diligent in my walk, which allotted this time in my life for me to reap the benefits for. So I did it already, right? So I just had to change my perspective and dial back and say, okay, what are the things I need to clean up so my, excuse me, silver years, okay, can be fly, right? A girl is not, no. We doing, let me tell you something. We doing this age, we doing this men. If you know anybody over 40, you know what men is, okay? We doing men, and we doing our silver, okay? And silver is connected to the moon, goddess energy. What we doing is going through it fly and comfortable, okay? So that means that for me, I decided to dial back and do everything that I was doing across the board totally different. Working on educating myself like hardcore. Just, it's so funny. You get to a point in life. I remember, well, in my day, you went to school, you did this, or after you got out of high school, you went to college or you learned a trade, right? That allowed you to have a source of income or be able to be more fruitful to receive a great source of income, however you want to put it, right? Then you got, well, you were blessed if you got into those positions, because it used to be like it wasn't like now. See, when I was growing up, it was like A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You followed the motherfucking steps, and then you got what you want. That's why I'm sitting here right now, because I followed the steps, right? But in my humble opinion, I feel that the perspective changed in the world. Things started moving totally faster. So many people are doing so many things simultaneously at one time. It just ignited like so many different avenues of opportunity. And opportunity is great, but it can also cause confusion. So my advice to anyone that chooses to receive it, right, is find your dialogue, find your ABC 1, 2, 3, and stick to that shit and follow your own formula. I always say the key to I have came to that point for me, because I do struggle with anxiety. It is a thing. It is a fact. And for me, order is very important. I wear a lot of black. I wear a lot of gray, and I wear a lot of white. Not so much white sometimes, because, dirty, but definitely black, black, black. It's so funny, because it could be sunny as hell, and I'm still all in black, okay? I'll just change the material. It'll be linen, okay? But it's still black. I am comfortable in that. Some people say it's not a color, but I consider it to be a color. It is a color. It's my favorite color. And I feel protected. I feel strong. And I love that I don't have to think about my clothing. I love that everything goes with each other. When I used to wear a lot of different colors and shit, I used to have to it was so much, this with green. Well, I still do some muted colors. I'll do earthy tones. Let's just put it like that. My palette has, more so, especially in the springtime, have moved into my burnt oranges, brown, tan. But I'm deviating from the point. What I'm trying to say is that once I realized, for me, having a formula and having it be simple and easy keeps me on the path. It keeps me on the road of success and growing. And if you choose to be on a journey where you would want to be more bountiful, not only for yourself, but think about it, for the people around you. Changing your perspective allows you to grow and see things in a different light, to where you don't fucking beat up on yourself for not moving faster than you think you need to be. Because guess what? You're not in competition, and you're not in a race with anybody, because you're following your own your perspective allotted you a certain type of path. You have created your own alphabet in moving forward in your life. You have created a particular dialogue that only you follow. So it doesn't matter what the person on the left or the right is doing, right? I know for me, what I realized, and I'm just going to give y'all a key, especially with Venus is about to be in a retrograde in what? Let's see. I'm actually looking at my ephemeris for the people that's looking at me on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, it's going to go. Okay, so Venus is going to be in retrograde on the 18th of December. Bitch. Venus is sexy. Venus is good luck and great vibes. But what you are not going to do with Venus is push and go against the grain. And what I am feeling, and what I'm envisioning for us in this beautiful month of December. This is the last haul for 2021, right? Allow yourself to slow down and get old fashioned. I know for me, I realized what I was going to say before, because sometimes I just go so fast and I got to remember what the fuck I was about to say. What I was about to say is that I was born in 1973, guys. Shout out to all my 70s babies. And I find that a lot of the things that work for me, that I understand, hey, in today's terms, is old fashioned. Fuck yeah, I don't give a shit. And Not that I was ever trying to be so, AKA trendy, because, like, honestly, that's exhausting. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I'm I'm spicy of myself, but I realize the things that work for me is the things that always worked for me. You know, like they say, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So, because when you hear different perspective and different angles about going and reaching the same goal, it could sound, what sounds great and is working for somebody else can be enticing, and it can make you want to achieve things in that manner for yourself, but it may not necessarily be a great fit. At least that's my perspective on that. So with Venus being in retrograde on the 18th, which is Saturday, it's a great time, guys. It's a great time to write your intentions, release the things that no longer serves you. Like I said, we're going to have the new moon in, actually it's this Saturday, which is the 4th. Use that energy. Use that energy wisely, guys. Allow yourself to think back and say, you know what? Relax. Bask in that Venus energy. Allow yourself to take a bubble bath. You know what I'm saying? Drink something nice. I don't know what you want to do, but whatever's gonna get your whatever's gonna get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? We're not opposed to that, right? Do what you gotta do. I know I do. In saying that, allow yourself to think about all the things that you have accomplished and how good you were at accomplishing it. And then think about what made it so attainable. How were you able to achieve that goal? What was in order in your life that allowed you to continue and stay in the path? For me, is definitely following a particular schedule, a particular regime within myself and energy. Now, I'm not talking about okay, every day you wake up at this time, you do this. I pretty much have a schedule in every area in my life, so to speak. Not so stringent, okay, you gotta get up at so this time. I'm not anymore. Not anymore. But like I said earlier in the podcast, I work really hard for that, to put myself in the position I am in now. Okay. Just like again, life is a circle. I decided to put myself in a position again to reap even more benefits when I'm in my silver years by the grace of everything good. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you to the Creator and all beautiful.